Don't worry about him. He attacked Matt. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after. Rather a pity you got... You don't have...
I'd like to keep an eye on things, thanks.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
She shifts uneasily, hesitant.
It might. But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed? I'm telling you everything you... I want to help you. But I can't unless you work with me. So, nothing? You're sure? Victims can identify... How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate, of course. So tell me, where'd you get that thing? All right. Give me your arm, please. Be careful. I'm sorry. Without him here, I'm truly, truly sorry. For what it's worth, the poison is painless. It'll be like going to sleep. Please, try to relax. This doesn't have to be hard.
For someone who heard we're all beasties in waiting, she reacted.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well met.
I wasn't expecting... Speak.
What's on your mind?
Sharp as ever.
Assume nothing.
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
Da da da.
My faith will guide me.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Bet that will fit in my pack. Anything of use? What's that?
slug my guts through this hell.
Watch your back.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Please.
The bird says nothing.
Big dog. Hills.
The bird lapses into silence. She lies limply on.
Open up. Always room for more.
all is ash and meat.
How delicious.
Everything is clear.
You did well to speak up for the girl. Well seen. Master House. More will die if the rite is finished. So many more. Would you? I would give anything to see Halsin our need. Halsin, you weren't mistaken. Come, Silver. Here.
Amplexum tuum, aptera ortum, agnostic fera.
Is someone singing?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Sharp as ever. What's that?
I've got a long road ahead.
Defender of the people.
A long way to go still.
Can't give up now.
Such a pretty song.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Shh.
Your favorite drownings will take.
Don't you hear it? It's so peaceful.
You lift the child's goal.
You villain.
Yes,
I wonder what the next move is.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Someone there?
No. Yes. I need to get... Wait, find a boy.
That scamp reminds me of myself when I... And one to benefit, well, that depends on who you ask, I suppose. I may have summoned things rather more exotic than a winged cat. There was that mag... Of course, anyway. Poor lad.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together. Let's see what those harpies were hoarding.
Looking ahead.
All's well, I hope? Aside from... I was...
Speak.
Stop. I was fine.
Your mother was a heartbeat away from fighting a bear.
Isn't that how Mum usually is?
Quiet, you pup.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. He nods, then reaches for a His eyes flicker to yours, friend.
At least things have stayed interesting.
You came! So I wrote you a story. It's about you.
Well, my kid... Mercon says you got him out of... You saved that. And thanks for going easy on Sylphie. Not many marks would have...
And we're happy to be helped.
I did... You saw... I want to steal that big... And we can sell it once we get... Sure. When we sell it in the city, I'll make sure you... Anything else? Anything else? You've been a friend. See us coming.
I heard what if the... So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it? It's good of you to... We'd need somebody. The blade of...
By the Triad, there is only one correct answer. Refuse him, and we sentence these people to die.
Everyone in this camp, we'll be ready to... No word from the scouts yet?
No, sir. But if there's a clear path past those goblins, they'll find it.
mercy! We're exposed now.
heard of a vampire called Cazador? Well,
Doesn't ring a bell. Why?
He's patriarch of the Tsar family. Nasty fellow, if the histories are accurate.
I imagine they are. A question for our master monster hunter. How would you approach killing a vampire?
To start, lure it into the sun, drive a stake through its heart. Why?
You saw them grab him.
Just curious.
Thought you was busy with the sucker punching strangers. That's your bit, right? Bet you will too. Just like my mates here did. Contract cleverly left out, we'd be tits deep in these buggers. Wasn't no few goblins, mate. There's an entire... The kind of... The gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it. It's called... All I've got's the contract. Can show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying. Well, sort of prayer. Whatever that means. See you on the road, mate. Come on. We're wasting time.
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Well, you've been naughty, and you know what. God's damn it. Anyone but her. Well, call me. And we had a... I've taken...
That's no Zariel. How... Karlach meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart. Don't you worry. That shit.
Will birds in the fire.
What the heck?
I promise. Get now. Carla. I'll be keep.
Oh, and
I'll be honest, soldier. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out. You can say that again. Soldier. We were both in the group. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down. I don't know. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos. Hey, soldier.
God's damn. Just look at me. I'd be hunting, not Zar.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
I'd count my lucky it's Missouri before I was in, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. I can't, but it was worth the... The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, a possibility. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. There could well... My contract... The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We can, I'm sure. Well met. It's said that I feel the weight, not to mention, but be my mirror. What do you see? I can't tell if you're being silly or serious. I'll accept the flattery either way. I suppose I'll grow used to the new me. Horns and all. The people will see a curiosity, but I will slay their monsters. Well met.
I can't help feeling Will got... Having a devil in our camp will certainly make things interesting. Go ahead.
The blade of steel.
So, Will did the right thing.
Hey, soldier.
I hope Mazora flies into the blades of a windmill for what she did to Will. Though, I must admit...
Well, hello.
There's no time to waste.
Soldier.
You have my attention.
Oh, action, not reaction.
Where am I needed?
Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
Tonight, you wonder what she looked like as she died. Squirming, skewered in abject agony. Your body barely complies. You feel your body barely complies. You feel such rushes from your thoughts. Why did she die?
Milady, I followed you, my dear rotted master. We have been parted so tragically long. Oh, no. I found you following the stench of that bard. I'm sure I cannot wait until your next act of shameless barbar. Oh, be true to...
Need something? Lead on.
Speak.
Well met.
What's on your mind?
What's on your mind? Aces.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. All right, so... You grace my stool. I'm honored.
Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby. That stench. Did owlbear prey, no doubt? Over there, the shrine to Seluna, by Moon Maiden's grace. There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
That might be worth a look.
Blessings of the Moon Maiden. Praise her. Moon Maiden's grace. It's open.
You should leave it, or even destroy it if possible. But you'll steal them. An interesting way to show your devotion. Do not trifle with that moon witch or her trinkets. Only trouble will follow. I almost pity her, if you're the quality of follower she attracts. Fine. Perhaps you could...
It hurts. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
I don't know what you mean. It's nothing.
Really.
Do not trifle with that moon witch or her trinkets. Only trouble will follow. I should have stayed quiet. You want the truth? Fine. I worship Shah, Mistress of the Night, Seluna's twin and foe. Now that you have the truth, please don't make a big fuss about it.
The goddess of secrets. How telling.
Your blindness as much as my deception, Selûnite. We can talk about this later, if you're willing. Talk to me later. We've got more pressing matters. May the darkness protect you.
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible... I don't think so. But your... Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain is difficult. I'd like to hope there's more to it. I cannot say. I'll try my best. But secrecy is ingrained in me. Lady Shah considers it greater protection than any shield or armor.
You already know my biggest secrets. She took me... She's my mother. There's less truth in the Moon Witch's teachings than you've been led to believe, Selûnite. What? Besides... Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. It's a deal. No, I mean, Shah's secret. I have had certain memories suppressed. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
I think I know what you mean. Easily remedied, if you like. Not just yet. Let's choose our moment. Some quiet night, when the others are...
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely. Very well. As you worship Selûna, I assume you know of her twin. The night brings comfort. Through loss, we find acceptance. In the arms of the Dark Mother, we find peace. Most fear the dark, like children.
Because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shah teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shah, we stand gloriously naked, beyond the vanities of mortals. There's comfort, yes. But often there has to be pain beforehand. We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shah's truths. You're wiser than most. Many people balk at our doctrine. It's the reason why we cherish secrecy. You've a habit of saying all the right things. Either you're very glib or we're kindred spirits. Maybe both, knowing myself. But yes, once we've saved ourselves, we can talk more on this. I had hoped you might be tactful enough to not pick at that particular scab. Seems I was mistaken. My lady and your Moon Witch are at war, so naturally we're enemies. But enemies with a common purpose, for now. As long as we have use for each other, I can bite my tongue and stay my blade. I don't see what more needs to be said on the matter. You're good company, I'll admit it. I'm sorry you're hindered by that supposed goddess. But whatever you and I think of each other means little. We stand in opposition. Our goddesses have determined it. I suppose some would consider such diplomacy a virtue. Others might just see it as a lack of will. But I suppose there's no harm in learning about the opposition. Though I doubt there's much to learn. You Selûnites are coddled, decadent, drunk on hope, fattened calves ready for sacrifice. How so? Are you taught to churn your own butter while barely out of swaddling? Nothing Selûne asks of you can compare to the tests that Lady Shah's children endure. What, you think frolicking in the woods by moonlight amounts to a test? That's nothing. That's just a childish thing. I don't want to hear any more of it. We've spoken enough of this. I cannot allow your misguided beliefs to poison my mind.
Yes?
Go ahead. I'm...
Copper for your thoughts.
Speak.
Well met.
Something like coming of age rites. Barbaric nonsense.
feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness.
Are you sure that's the best course? Confirmed.
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness. The beast shrinks back, feathers quivering.